Thank you, Salima, and hello, everyone. So I'm Tatiana, and I will be presenting the European Bauhaus initiative. Maybe some of you already know what is the European Bauhaus, but I just like to remind everyone what it is, so we are all on the same page. So the European Bauhaus is an initiative that was launched by the Commission to really bring the Green Deal closer to the citizens. So, as the president says, it's the heart and the soul of the Green Deal. So it's an initiative to make it the Green Deal more tangible and to give a direction on how we could positively transform our living spaces and our ways of living. So it pushes for the development of solutions and projects that are sustainable, they're inclusive, affordable, accessible to all, but also that they take into account the culture and the heritage. In fact, the culture is one of the key values of this initiative, together with sustainability and inclusiveness, as you can see in the image there. And culture. And culture is a key pillar of our society, for our own identity. It brings people together based on our shared values and our historical experiences. And this is very important, especially for this initiative, because the European Bauhaus is all about going local and making projects together with our own communities and empowering our communities to transform and design their own future. So the initiative was launched in 2020, and it has grown significantly over the years, counting especially with the involvement of the European Bauhaus community. So this community, there are over 1,400 members in the community, and that includes public authorities, NGOs, grassroots organizations, universities, but also the creative industries like artists, architects, and heritage professionals. And they have a key role on delivering the European Bauhaus on the ground. And this community is also composed of national contact points, one in each EU member state, and a high-level table, and also of promoters of NEB projects. For example, of projects that are part of the NEB Lab, which is the think tank of the European Bauhaus Initiative, and also other projects, of course. And all of this is to say that the European Bauhaus reaches millions of citizens across the EU and beyond, with various backgrounds. So before moving forward, I wanted to give you some few examples of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the European Bauhaus, because those were beautiful words, but I wanted to show you what do I mean by that. So I prepared two examples. They are both from the European Bauhaus. They are winners of the European Bauhaus Prizes competition. And just to give you a background, this is an established competition run by the Commission. And we reward and bring visibility to projects that are integrating the European Bauhaus values of sustainability, inclusiveness, and aesthetics. And this is also to showcase that the European Bauhaus is it's not something new. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's something that it's out there, and you can see it everywhere. So the first project that I'm showing is the Sacramonte Caves Museum in Granada, Spain. And I just have to read a little bit. So this is a common-led project. It's led by a local group called Vivendo de Paraíso to restore the natural culture and social heritage of the Darro River in Valley. So this area has been a refuge for ethnic minorities, mainly the Roma people, since the 15th century. So the residents, they team up with partners to restore the traditional caves, as you can see there, and create a botanical garden and a space for a performance area where visitors can explore the area, but also explore the Roman culture. So the project not only saved a historical site that was a little bit degraded, but it's bringing forward and highlighting the unique cultural heritage of the Sacramonte area. Yes, and the other project is the Danube Design Lab Bruce in Bulgaria. So this project focused on restoring the Danube River while empowering the social excluded youth to improve their own environment. So with the guidance of mentors and the collaboration of local officials, the vocational students of the areas, they have been invited to design the public spaces along the riverbank, learning how their creative ideas could become reality, but also at the same time putting their own skills into practice while becoming social entrepreneurs. So the project includes pop-up structures. They are built from recycled materials like fabric, metal, wood, and they encourage residents to together enjoy art and reconnect with the forgotten part of the city. So I invite you all to learn a little bit more about these projects if you open the website, but also there's small videos of 1 minute. You can. It was created by the winner, so it's very interesting. So the Commission has been supporting the delivery of the European Bauhaus, of course, since the beginning, and cohesion policy has also been involved. That is because the objectives of the European Bauhaus are very much aligned to objectives of cohesion policy, which is to bring Europe closer to citizens and to drive the green, just, and digital transition. So both the European Bauhaus and cohesion policy, they share the conviction that to successfully deliver on the green transition on a fair manner, we need to engage the local level, where participatory approaches, place-based approaches are with the citizens and the communities are more natural. And they also share the ambition that to promote a more inclusive society where our living spaces and experience are accessible to everyone and not just a few. So cohesion policy plays a key role in bringing the core values of the European Bauhaus in new investments. The contribution today of cohesion policy is over 400 million euros. That includes co-financing from the national authorities. And this is coming from direct actions implemented by the Commission, but at the same time from cohesion policy programs. So actions that support the European Bauhaus are in the areas, for example, of urban transformations like town center, in the areas, of course, of redevelopment and renovation of cultural heritage, transformation of industrial sites to become a cultural area, and etc. Yeah. So all of these projects, they are sustainable and they are aesthetically beautiful. So it shows that the green transition can look good and feel good at the same time, but also that it can be done with the communities, and that is very important. And this funding from cohesion policy, of course, it's complemented by other EU funds, specifically also from the European Bauhaus facility, which is under the Horizon program, which amounts up to 120 million per year until 2027. So I wanted to also give you a few examples. What does that mean? These programs in cohesion policy. So up to date, we have all of the EU member states have committed to the European Bauhaus to listen to the cohesion policy programs. In at least one of their programs, they have one commitment. This is done, for example, by launching dedicated calls to the European Bauhaus or by integrating the NEB values into existing calls that they have. For example, in Ireland, there is the Thrive scheme, which is the town center first heritage revival scheme. It's a very interesting scheme, which aims to support local authorities in revitalizing their dilapidated buildings in the town centers, which are aligned to the European Bauhaus, so integrating the European Bauhaus values. Another example, it's a dedicated hall in Sachsen-Anhalt, which is the hometown of the original Bauhaus. So this project integrates the NEB into the green social and urban transformation of the mining region in Sachsen-Anhalt. And it's under the Just Transition Fund, and the call supports recycling and development of new sustainable building materials, demonstrating new practice in the construction sector, local urban neighborhood development projects by means of cooperation with citizens, among others. And finally, we also have the program in West Region, which will support the 4 county capitals in the region in implementing 2 NEB projects per capital. These projects, for example, include the reconversion of formal industrial site to a creative hub for the. So in addition to the investments under cohesion policy programs, we implemented some actions, of course, to support the local authorities and regional authorities, national authorities on how to implement this, the NEB projects. So this includes, for example, a technical assistance call. So we provided technical assistance to 20 small medium municipalities to prepare and mature European Bauhaus projects that could later be picked up by EU or national programs, including, of course, cohesion policy. We also launched a call for innovative actions under the European Urban Innovative. So the call was launched in 2022, and in 2023, 14 projects were selected in 14 different municipalities. So these projects will deliver real-life examples of the European Bauhaus in the built environment that fully integrate the 3 NEB values of sustainability, inclusiveness, and aesthetics. We also develop a model of financial instrument to help the member states to set up financial instruments and leverage resources, public and private resources to support NEB projects. We have an example of that in Croatia, where they created a financial instrument for urban development to encourage projects aligned to the NEB in the areas of environmental protection, energy efficiency, renewable energy sources, and etc. We also organized a NEB event in June last year. So this event was very important because it was the first time that we put together local regional authorities, but also NEB project promoters. It was very interesting. It was very much to inspire our authorities to showcase that, again, this is not something new. You already have this. You have interested people doing these projects. So it's just a matter of how we connect the dots. And in the same vein of capacity building, we also developed different sets of European Bauhaus tools and toolboxes to support both the project promoters, but also the authorities. For example, how do I launch a NEB call? Like, how do I evaluate these type of projects? And this was very important for the whole process of how to deliver the NEB. And now we are currently preparing a community of practice on the NEB, especially for cohesion policy stakeholders. So this is for public authorities. And the idea is built up from this European Bauhaus event in June. So it's just to continue, how do we continue this work that, that we are doing at the moment. And I have a few more examples in the area of heritage specifically. This is also to show that the European Bauhaus is very much aligned, of course, with renovation. So the first one, this project is one of the ones selected from the Urban Innovative Action Call. So the project is called We See. It's in Rome, Italy. It's very interesting. So it has a transitional model of urban regeneration to improve the mental health of the young people in the area. So it renovates a neglected housing complex that was built in the 70s by testing co-creative activities with the youth to improve the sense of belonging and effective bonds with the place. So the project includes the creation also of new jobs, opportunities, and community organizations in the selected area as a result of the health-driven regeneration process. Another project is the Viana S+T+ Arts Center in Viana do Castelo in Portugal. So this project promotes urban requalification and social inclusion, bringing together the history and heritage and urban renewal. So while the project would transform the old municipal slaughterhouse into a creative and community lab, while incorporating innovative energy efficiency, low carbon, and circular solutions into the building. And the last project is in Romania. It's the Halaminda project. This is one of the projects selected that received technical assistance. It's reconverting a former industrial site into a new place for the community and the creative industries in the municipality of Virzita. So the technical assistance program focused mainly on studying the local stakeholders of the area, including it into the project, and also develop recommendations for a NEB-aligned governance model. This project was a success, and it was one of the projects that was picked up by one of the EU programs, which is the cohesion policy. And finally, I wanted to finalize my presentation with an invitation to you all to stay tuned and to apply for the European Bauhaus Prizes 2025. So, as I said before, the prize is awards and bring recognition to projects that are out there. So, to explain a bit more, we award both completed projects in Strand A and ideas of young people aged 30 years old or less. Everyone is invited to apply. Their projects just have to be located in one of the EU member states, Western Balkans, or Ukraine. And as a novelty of this edition, as usually we have one, we are going to award prizes to projects, completed projects that are focused on affordable housing. And also this year, we are hosting a parliamentary pilot project, so that it's supporting small groups, small grassroots NEB projects developed by small municipalities. So more information on all of this will come soon in November, and I will just stay tuned on the European Bauhaus Prizes website, but also by following the European Bauhaus social media. And that's it for me. Thank you.